Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We're on Novaria. We're in a quarantine lab at Rift Station, and so we're getting kind of close to the end here. We're actually locked into this lab right now. There's a guard post outside. Captain Ventralis and this guard, they don't really trust that what Dr. Cohen has said about this place, and that is that there really is no danger of infection here. So we have to come up with a way to prove that we're not infected. But the main task here is actually to just come up with a cure for some sick scientists. Daniel hasn't forgotten the fact that these scientists, you know, first of all, they don't have names, so that's kind of a thing that for Daniel he's a lot less interested in. He's less motivated to save somebody who's so unimportant that they don't even get a name in the hard suit database there. That's a minor thing, but the bigger thing is the fact that they all work for Binary Helix, and they don't seem to have been morally troubled by the fact that even though they've come up with this fairly effective toxin, the problem is that it only really affects one species. And the company has said, go ahead and expand it. I mean, we basically want it to kill everything. You know, good guys, bad guys, puppies, cherry blossoms. If it's alive, we want it dead. And that's kind of bad, right? I mean, that these people kept doing this, they kept working this. And who knows, maybe would have come up with something pretty dangerous. So why are we saving them? I mean, wouldn't a man or woman of God say that we're interfering with the plan, the grand plan here? Maybe. Maybe that would be a tough thing to refute, but I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, Daniel's thinking to himself, you know, some skills in biochemistry might be worth it after all. You know, hopefully that's good enough. So anyway, the scientist left some notes here apparently on what to do. We've isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. So, yeah, it sounds like something Daniel can probably handle. Alright, one other thing I want to do. I mean, obviously this is going to lead to a fight. Let's make sure we're in Shredder. And Rex can be the knockdown guy as always. Alright. Alright, and one other thing I could contemplate doing, decided not to do it here, is that I wanted to turn off squad mates' defensive abilities here. Mostly because I didn't want them spending time throwing up barriers and immunity, because I need their skills like right away. The moment this fight starts, I want them in the air. And unfortunately, these enemies are not affected by my advanced singularity. So I am a little bit dependent right now on that lift feature of Caden. That's why you keep seeing him in these missions. So yeah, we need to get that thing fired off. Luckily, we do have a little bit of time, but the question is, what goes first? The lift or one of the enemy's biotic skills? We'll have to see. Alright, let's pretend we're biochemists here. Alright, that doesn't look too hard. Oh, that's a little narrower. That doesn't look too bad. Whoa! No, we failed. Because that one was going by really fast. Yeah, there are times when I have to do this like 6 times because that last one trips me. Luckily, we seem to have plenty of supply here to keep trying.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
What the hell? You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Heads up!
Alright. Lift, please. Right on the floor. I want everybody in the air. And warp on Alestia. Alright, no problem. Alright, so we've got 2 Geth, 2 troopers, which are pretty low enemies. And the thing I really want is I want everybody focused on Alestia. Alright, now I want everybody focused on the Commando. Okay, now we can deal with the Geth, and I've been warped apparently. Alright, not too bad. I don't think I was warped. I'm not actually sure what was thrown at me there. Usually you either get knocked down or your health goes down. So, anyway, that wasn't too bad. Though I did have to pause it. It took a lot of practice. Anyway, no, I want the quarantine assignment. That should be updated now. You've got the cure. Return it to Dr. Cohen in the infirmary. And now we can go run around and grab all the little codex now that we have, or the little XP drops now that we have leveled up again. Tornado 6, that should be better than what Rex is using. Those aren't. Yeah, Katana 5. Yeah, nice increase in damage there. Very handy. Since I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and level up. So I got my Master Marksman, and now I want Master Overload. More barrier. And we're almost at the shotgun unlock. Alright, there should be some codex at this machine here. And I think it's just medical kit in there. We didn't actually end up needing it. I don't know why that was cut off. Rex should have said, looks like the Asari garroted the guard, no witnesses, which is a little strange because,
They came out of there.
yeah, this guy would have seen things happening.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Benezia brought them with her.
Why did we just then decide to hide the name Geth from this guy? I mean, this guy knew about the Rachni. I mean, he told us something that's even much more astonishing than us knowing Geth are around. He would have seen him going by anyway. I don't know. I don't get that one. Anyway, we don't need to ask this again. We still have the pass to get in.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Oh, the journal is now updated for that. Yeah, so even though this one would say that we've persuaded Dr. Cohen, we now have to, I mean, now it says we were attacked by Geth in the quarantine lab. Hollard told you they came from the steel maintenance area. Dr. Cohen might be able to get you inside. No, we already have our way in. It's green, as you can see over there. But we're not ready to go there. Alright, nothing here yet. It's a pity. One of the things that does change in this game, once you turn in the cure to Dr. Cohen, everybody who's here who has lines of dialogue that you can just grab as you walk by, they all get an extra line, but not until I actually turn it in. So I have to actually come back here to get the lines from those two. Alright, so yeah, Dr. Alice is no longer standing here. No surprise, really. Let's go ahead and turn in the cure right now.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I think so. It was hard to concentrate while dodging gunfire.
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Yes, we've already got your pass back there.
Thanks for the warning. Here's the cure.
Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
It's weird that you have to, charm him out of Benezia, but we don't need any.
That's what I'm here for. Forget about it.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
I actually don't know. I assume that would top you off. But yeah, look at that. 24 Paragon points are dropped right then. Which is we're making good progress here on the meter. We also got a nice XP reward there. And also, Mira has something new to say.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency services.
What's wrong with these people?
They were exposed to a novel form of toxin. An antidote has been successfully administered. Prognosis is good.
She had told us that treatment was not possible. So she didn't even give us an attaboy for that.
We don't need anything right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Not that we had a whole lot to do with it, I guess. And the sick scientists are now resting peacefully. So they can live another day. God knows what Binary Helix will have them doing next. One hopes that they'll come away a little more humbled from this experience. I don't know. Anyway, like I've said, everyone now that we turned in the cure, and I think that assignment's marked complete now. Several scientists at Rift Station were sickened by an experiment gone awry. You went to the contaminated labs to make a cure for them. They should recover in time. But yeah, now everyone has something new to say.
I didn't know Alliance basic training included biochemistry.
Now you do.
You got a cure for rampaging bugs, Spectre?
We are working on that for sure. Alright, here's a guy we didn't talk to before. And the only reason I didn't talk to him before is that he has a slight dialogue difference that I thought was kind of neat.
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
So yeah, we're going to ask him about an Asari, and he would normally say Dr. Ayalis is right over there. But then he'll have something, but she's not over there, son, and it's nice that he knows that.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Dr. Ayalis is... well, she was right over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
That's the only difference, but still I like that the game went ahead and noted that that was a possibility, that you might talk to him after the fight.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
The game didn't clean this up, unfortunately, but yeah, we know where he is, so no need to ask.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
To whom shall I report those noises? I actually don't know. Okay, let's go and collect the other bits of dialogue. Actually, Tozi is not one of them who has anything new to say.
I hope the others survive. I hope we all do. You gonna find a cure for being eaten next?
Yes, we're working on that one too. It's amazing what a little training in biochemistry can lead to. Another Tornado 6. A whole bunch of shotguns dropping.
Maybe the beam counters will review my request for more lab safety features. I wish they'd let us work. If I had something to do, it'd take my mind off... You'll do something about those things, right?
It's hard to say that that was really worth the trip down here, but...
Maybe those scientists can make us some kind of, I don't know, anti-bug plague or something.
Or maybe I could just do it. You could ask me, you know. And of course, this guy never has anything to say.
Something you need?
I was attacked by the Asari who was in here. She killed your guard.
Dr. Ayalis? But she seemed like the most stable one here.
She was a commando in Benezia's service. A squad of Geth were with her.
Geth? I didn't know.
God's honest truth, I thought she was just another egghead. Son of a bitch.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Alright, so we have reached a crossroads here where we have to make a decision because there are two paths here, very clearly, right? So we have this assignment called Rift Station where it's talking about the sealed labs, the back door, getting inside the sealed maintenance area, right? So this assignment seems to be pointing that way. Then we have this one that says you're tracking down Matriarch Benezia. She left Rift Station to battle the creatures in the infested hot labs. The labs can be accessed via the emergency elevator between whatever. Yeah, so you have to make a decision. Where is Benezia? And I would say the first time you play this, you really don't have no idea which way you should go. So we're going to go this way. Alright, and touching this button will commit you to what you have to do down here. There won't be any way to say, I changed my mind. So we're committed. I also notice the game is going to fade out here to give you the sense that this is a long, long way down. Though if you use the little speed up trick, it's actually no further down than Ventralis was up. But that's okay. And there's really no need to have the real height there when a fade out will do it for you. Also, there's a fellow that's sitting here on a desk with no computer. It's like, what is he doing exactly? And that's a name we've actually heard before. Yeah, we got an assignment in our journal that came about because of a log of his that we found. But let's go in here first. There's another mirror terminal here.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Is there an Asari here?
There are no Asari visible to my remaining internal sensors.
You mean somebody lied to us? Yeah, it's true.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
And Mira has no sense of humor, so asking her to estimate will simply yield frustration. It's really no good.
Are there any survivors in here?
Yaroslav Tartakovsky, Director of Operations, is on the operations deck. There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
So he's probably not doing a whole lot in his role as Director of Operations.
What's the status of the facility?
Containment breach and laboratory pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, resolve sounds pretty final to me, too.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500 meters.
Nah, just a pleasant afternoon in the sun for a Krogan.
The purge is lethal to all known forms of...
Shut up. Last thing I need is some virtual wench questioning my fitness.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this way. Getting that line of dialogue from Rex requires 2 things. Number 1, you have to come here first. You can't have found Benezia already. And secondly, you can't have Liara with you, because she'll have something to say instead. And so, yeah, that was a surprise, finding that dialogue.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
In a way, this is lucky, because it seems somewhat rude that we would potentially subject Tartakovsky to this thing we're about to do without even telling him as we were walking by him. But anyway, it doesn't look like we can actually Well, unless the code actually is this guess of ours.
Sic semper
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Who would have those codes?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
You have to admit, that was kind of ballsy by Daniel, throwing a guess like that, with a cough, no less.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
Alright. So now we have a new assignment called the Hot Labs. The Hot Labs have a self-destruct mechanism called a neutron purge. This would eliminate all the creatures that have overrun the facility. Notice, even though we just got the assignment, we already passed by one of these. I guess that's because we asked to arm the thing. Since the purge has been armed, you need a verbal code. And then it's like, oops, you didn't have the code, so you have to go and get it. So, anyway. Let's do that. Let's take note that there's a cover in here. That might be useful later. Hey, Yaroslav.
Are you here to secure the situation?
Mira said there was a Tartakovsky in here.
I am he. I direct the operations. I am not doing so much directing now.
We were just thinking that.
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
Yes, we heard about that from way over when we were still a porn handshake.
Wait, is there an Asari matriarch here?
Asari? I have not seen one.
She must be at Rift Station, Commander.
This is not important. You must be listening. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
Really?
They should have destroyed it. Why hatch it?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
We'll take care of her later.
No! Listen! The Rachni are intelligent species. They achieve star travel. They are not animals.
No, they're more dangerous.
I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Well, that gives us an idea, doesn't it?
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
Yes, I'm starting to think that's a pretty good idea myself. It must be a kind of situation where only as a baby can Arachni be their mind shaped properly, and therefore it's too late for them. Anyway, we already know about the neutron purge, but let's see if he has anything different to say about it.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Okay, I think Mira and I are going to have a little chat after this, because she didn't say anything about things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree. Like, how far away, how much damage occurs at 1,000 meters, how much at 2,000 meters. I mean, that's stuff I might need to know, my supple, young, single age of mine. Anyway, yeah, let's figure out how to get this done.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct.
I'm not the only one who hates bugs, I bet. Ay, ay, ay.
Area secured.
Well, that is pretty nasty. Anyway, I guess we can get the purge code. It must be on a piece of paper or something. You were tracking down Matriarch Benezia. Someone told you she was in the hot labs, but that was a lie. She must be somewhere at Rift Station. Actually, that was Ventralis that told us that. That's interesting. Alright, you have the codes needed to activate the neutron purge. All that's left is to order Mirror to begin the countdown. And once again, we've got two things that occurred here. Alright, let's do this. Let's hope that chair doesn't get in the way later. Alright, let's just make sure I'm still in Shredder, right? Yes, okay.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
2 minutes. Okay, it'd be better if you were not in the way. Alright, lift please. Warp. I guess
contacts, Commander.
2 minutes was enough. Oy, oy, oy. That is, Also, I think we started hearing those explosions going off before we faded out entirely. I think we were closer than, I mean, I don't think we were more than 500 meters away. Oy. Did we get any kind of, yes, looks like we did. The neutron purge has fired. The insane Rachni are all dead. Yay! I was just about to share the good news, but Mr. Liar Pants on Fire has decided to move off. He must know we're coming and have a chat with him. In fact, I'm going to save. This fight right here can be really tough. Hey, Captain, how's it going?
I'm sorry about this, Shepard. We've got orders from Benezia. Open fire!
Alright. Lift. And warp. Nope, you know what? I want to throw first. That guy right there has the ability to sabotage me. Warp would be kind of handy too. Alright. Yeah, that thrower usually takes these guys out of the picture for a bit. They're actually under the wall here. Let's see. Uh-oh. Alright. Yeah, sometimes when enemies go behind walls like that, that can be bad. Okay, your sabotage will be really handy right now. Hey, when do you learn those slick moves? Alright, we got some inventory out of that. Nothing I need. And this time the door doesn't need to be hacked.
You must die.
Oh, some warp. That was pretty handy. How about some lift? Sabotage. Overload. My tech skills are recharging fairly quickly nowadays. That's pretty nice.
Take cover. Take him down. You must die. You must die.
I've lost shields.
I do have to be a little bit careful up here. How about some lift?
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. You must die.
How about some warp?
I'll kill you.
Alright. That's cleared everybody out. The reason I have to be careful is if I get too close to this door, a journal update will actually occur. And though you would think, what's the harm in that? Well, it actually changes things again. This has happened before, where the journal update causes a change. Here we want to avoid, I mean, in the first case we wanted it to occur. In this case we wanted to avoid it, so, and I'll show you why. One thing that I did notice as we were coming through here is that everybody who was here before, Dr. Palin, Patozzi, the two scientists over there, they've all left. Now, the thing we don't know, and I'm not sure we ever will know, is the extent to which they either were able to escape or they were killed by the guards going a little crazy here. I don't know. But it's odd because the, yeah, see what you see right here? There's a Sorry Commando in here pointing a gun at Han Olar. If we had gotten that journal update by walking a few feet closer to that door up there, we would have lost this opportunity. She would not have been here. I have no idea why that is, but yeah, if you want this little cutscene and this extra bonus enemy in the little fight, here you've got to avoid that change in the journal. It's weird, but anyway, let's go have some more fun.
Will I get a you know too much speech?
Shut up.
Again, my singularity doesn't work, so lift will have to come in handy here. Sorry, Han. He didn't even look tense, although actually it's kind of hard to tell, isn't it, whether they're tense or not.
Everywhere I go, I'm the only survivor. Maybe you'd better stand back.
I won't let anything happen. Why did she try to kill you?
Why do you think? We know what they did. The company wants to bury their mistake. They sent a matriarch to make us disappear. She ordered Ventralis to send you to the hot labs. She expected the Rachni to kill you.
So it's interesting. I mean, sounds like that toxin was actually designed to kill these guys. That's part of burying their mistake, right? But why then work to adapt it to make it, more widespread? I don't know. I guess sometimes you get caught up with the dreams of avarice or something.
Let's go collect the lady.
Do whatever you like. I'm getting off this mountain.
Hanolar, I do like this guy. Hope we'll see him again. Alright, I think we can now proceed through here. To this maintenance area. Probably the coolest location in the whole game. How beautifully well lit it is, and there isn't all that much maintenance going on here. Oops, maybe I should pay attention.
Over there.
And now the journal updates. And I think this is what we would have seen if we got the journal update up there. You've entered a sealed part of the station. Time to find out what's really going on here. Yeah, it's either sneaking in or breaking in is usually what the update is here, depending on what you do. You've entered an unguarded back door into the sealed areas of Rift Station. The guards are not alerted to your presence. Okay. Well, it could be because the guards are all dead. Another thing I always look at is this terminal here when I go by it. If you happen to come here before you did the it's the missing survey team assignment, you can unlock the assignment from here. It's tough though to get that one here because you have to avoid getting it at the Citadel. But the reason I look at it anyway is that one of my practice runs, it was actually hackable, even though the assignment was already completed. It's like, man, that was sweet, that little bit of free XP there. But that only happened the one time. Alright, Shredder 5 is actually a decent thing to have. Let's put that on Cade now. Another 5% damage, it's always welcome. It's like Caden got stuck behind the door. Oh, he's okay. He's watching that terminal. Alright, here we are. Guess who that is over there? Rex loves to be in my way. Yeah, that's Matriarch Benezia. If you come here kind of early, like we've been leveling up like crazy, so we're a pretty decent level. But you could probably be here at level 13 if you played your cards right, and this would be a super hard fight. It's gonna be hard as it is. So I'm gonna drop a save. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to complete this fight in this episode. So let's get to it.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
We don't have to fight. You can return to the Citadel with us.
I think not.
Marina Sirtis. Gotta love her. Oh no, I'm under stasis. But luckily we're still in a cutscene. Oh, and I just realized I did not get Master Overload yet because I have not leveled up. So, actually, let's see. I want Caden to use Overload on her. We're gonna run like hell. If we can, that is. Nope. Come on, get up. Get up. Get up. Come on. Yeah, see, sometimes the start of this fight is the hard part. You've got to be able to get away from that knockdown of Benezia's. Alright, let's try this again. This time I'm going to hit that overload a little bit sooner.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
And I still forgot to level up. Hold on, we'll do that later. Alright, Caden. Overload and let's go. That's better. Alright. Oh, again, Singularity is not helping me here. Don't fall off. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, I just needed to stay alive long enough to be able to do something here. Leveled up again. And we're gonna be in a whole bunch of Geth and
Finally, some action.
there we go. Okay, I just want to make sure. What am I looking at here? Just one Geth? Oh, she comes from down there. All right, let's throw her off the ledge for now. That should kill her. All right, here comes something. It knocked me over. Come on, get up, 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 get up. Damn, tough. I don't have any more. Oh, I have Neural Shock. Sweet. Boys, your shields are not helping me here. Not one bit. But your biotics are coming in very handy. Alright, can I breathe now? There should be just one Geth over here, right? No. Alright, he usually hides for a bit. Okay, I just want to be able to recharge my powers and level up now. Whew, alright, let's get the Master Overload right now, and then let's start getting the cooldown improvements from Engineer. Another couple points of barrier. And yes, starting to get some improvements now with shotguns. Okay. Get my marksman reloaded, and then watch. This guy can always be taken out with a single grenade. And I'm going to reposition myself over here for the Geth. Because Singularity will work on these guys over here. Oh, and look how I'm glitched. I'm also under stasis again, at least the graphics for it. Admit, I don't like the way I look under stasis. Alright.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions. Briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Seriously, I don't want to look like this the rest of the game. Although I have to admit, my ass really shapely under stasis.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You have to give me the location.
I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's location isn't enough. We need to know where to go from there.
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination, but you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should. Die.
I smell trouble.
Alright, the final stage of the fight is here. And this is a doozy of a fight. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Gotta watch who's coming around next. Okay, that neural shot. Uh-oh, we're gonna be dampened here. Oh, and I can't even use... Alright, how about throw then? Alright, where's the last one? Oh, thank you, Grex.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again. No light. They always said there would be a...
Alright. Watch the amount of XP I get from this. $522. That is the amount of XP you get for killing one commando. That's important. I don't mean to break the flow of the moment here, because, you know, Benezia's death is a pretty big deal in this game. She was with Saren there on the ship, and we know that she is the mother of someone we haven't met yet. So that's kind of why, I mean, Daniel has three very different things he can say to her at the end there, and obviously having Liara here makes this scene a little more dramatic too, because she'll have some things to say, and for some reason the music plays out much better as she's backing up against the wall there. But anyway, I still don't know why I'm looking like I'm in stasis here. That's a bizarre effect. But yeah, anyway, the reason I mentioned the XP amount is a fairly dramatic bug just passed by us here. That moment when Benezia dies, even though we're not technically done with Noveria, is the moment when you get rewarded for the story mission completion bonus. There's the 4 main story missions you do at your choosing, and then there's the one at the beginning where you become a Spectre. Those all have 50 multipliers on them for the XP reward. So right now, if at my level, if I had gotten the reward I was supposed to get, it would be worth 3,600 XP plus the 522 for over 4,000 XP. What it should have dropped right then, but it's bugged, and I'll kind of show you why. So yeah, this mission got updated, and the mission summary, because it's not complete yet, so it still has this: if you can capture it, she has likely insight into his plans, and we now have that insight, of course, and that's why it's showing that it's complete. You defeated the matriarch and eliminated the Rachni in the hot labs. Depart Rift Station via the passenger tram you arrived in. Though I think you still have to make a decision here, right? Because yeah, that's the way to the tram over there on the far left, but it's red. You can't go through there yet because you have to walk over and deal with that over there. That's the Queen. So yeah, it's but you know, you might think, well, okay, just wait till you deal with that and then you get your reward. No, we won't, and you'll see that later. But yeah, so the reason this is kind of a big deal for me is I was actually thinking when I first plotted this whole playthrough out that by picking this route whereby you do the hot labs first and then you come back and get Benezia and you get this bug. This is how the bug actually gets tripped, is by doing the hot labs first. This would give us an excuse at the end of the game to bump ourselves up to level 60. Honestly, I thought that's what I was going to do, and I've decided, in rethinking about that, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just accept the amount of XP I get. But what I am going to do instead is there's going to be some places along the way where we'll be able to demonstrate some glitches where you can get extra XP. We won't ever be able to make up the 3,600 XP we've lost here. But you know, I'll be able to show both ends of the theorem glitch and some other places. So we'll get some of it back, but yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Anyway, this is as much as I want to do in this episode. So, let's go ahead and that's going to be handy to have later. But yeah, let me go ahead and level up 2 again since we've done that. Yep, a couple 4% of cooldown, master barrier, and some more shotguns. Sure. All right, now I can save. Alright, we'll pick up the story from right here. Next time.